Was ist los? It's your German boy here, and welcome back to another episode of If My Heart Had Wings. Now, last week was a string of coincidences that was almost too good to be true. You see, our old member Amane came back into town, and we were able to find out that she's secured a gig as a teacher at our school. You know, she's supervising a project to build some new windmills, but you probably saw that if you watched last week's episode. But this is just lining up perfectly. Like, she might have the chops to become our next advisor. I can't wait to see where this is going this week. So, I'm just gonna stop shitting around and we're gonna jump into this. A few days later, we boldly made a trip to the student council room, bringing Amane with us, who'd come to the school in connection with the special training exercise. Then, having fulfilled all the conditions, we received the seal of approval from student council president Akari Kumoi for the restoration of the Soaring Club. Let's go!
まさか、望月先輩を引っ張り出してくれなんて。
Akari, come on, you know you wanted this. Still with an element of amazement in her voice, Akari announced her desire to participate in the new tight windmill construction project there in front of Amane. Oh, das ist wunderbar! Das ist wunderbar! Then the next day...
ごめんなさい。
During lunch break, thinking that Akari had come to visit our class, she suddenly bowed her head with a somber expression on her face. What's up, Akari?
あかりさん、ここは俺が。
Masatsugu, who had been following her like a simp, tried to go ahead in front of her, but Akari holds him back.
いえ、私からお話しします。一体何なの、会長。あなたたちソアリング部の件なんですが、部活への復帰は職員会議で却下されました。
Are you fucking kidding me?
どうしてですか？条件は整っているのに。厳密にはまだ却下はされていないのだけれど、一部の先生が強硬に反対し、結論はうやむやになったそうよ。
This smells like Tobioka. When she says some of the teachers, we can guess who she means without her having to tell us.
ダメよ、そんなの。承認されなきゃ却下されたのと同じじゃない。
Tobioka's faction. Akari gives a nod with a gloomy expression. We fulfilled all the conditions you gave us. What other problems could there possibly be?
望月先輩は臨時の講師であり、またお忙しい身でもあるわ。クラブの顧問は荷が重いのではないかというのが反対していた先生方の言い分よ。そんなの天音先輩の勝手じゃないですか。先輩はやってくれるって言ってるのに。ええ、私もそう思うわ。でも先生方はせっかくの望月天音というリソースを無駄に割くことに批判的なのよ。ちょっと無駄って何よ、無駄って。
お前らギャーギャーうるさいんだよ。あかりさんはな、お前らなんかのためにギリギリまで頑張ったんだぞ。
Masatsugu, shut up, you fucking simp. We're trying to talk here.
あの飛び岡のおっさんのところにも直接乗り込んでいって。
いいの、田崎くん。もともとそういう約束だったんだもの。力が及ばなかったのは私のせいよ。責められ。別に私らは会長を責めたいわけじゃ。そうですよ。悪いのは先生で。
Isn't there something we can do, Akari?
このままうやむやにさせるつもりはありませんが、今すぐどうにかできる問題でもないと思います。ですから、我々生徒会がソアリング部を部活動として承認します。これが生徒会が発行した書類です。
She said as she handed us a document that was evidence that the Soaring Club's restoration had been approved by the student council! It had the proper seal stamped on it too! Let's go!
わずかですが、生徒会の予備予算から部費も出します。滑走路の件もこちらから連絡して使用許可をいただきました。 仕事早っ。何かあったら生徒会で引き受けます。とは言い切れないの
Oh
が
my
申し訳ないのだけれど。
Dankeschön! Dankeschön!
ですから慎重に、なるべく問題を起こさないよう、クラブ活動に
That's
勤しんで
not
くださ
gonna
い。
be a problem.
会長
Oh my god, Dankeschön! Dankeschön! Dankeschön!
ございます。それでは、私はこれで。
Akari gave a bow, then dragging Masatsugu with her, turned to leave.
あ、そうだ。以前、学校の倉庫から紛失したグライダーですが、もしどこかで発見されれば、それはあなたたちのものよ。ソアリング部の備品として、好きに使ってくれていいわ。
Is that Akari? She gave a big grin.
それでは、失礼するわね。意外と融通きくんだ
Oh
ね。
my god, we just dodged the biggest bullet! Let's go! Oh my god, I love everything about this already. Let's keep going. She might not seem like it, but it's like she's cheering for the Soaring Club.
私、あの人のことちょっと好きになっちゃ
Oh,
った。
Kari, you came in clutch for us! Yes! So that's how our Soaring Club made a safe, well, sort of, return after a 1-year blank. Oh my god, what a way to start things off! Let's go! Oh, das ist wunderbar! Wake up, Kotori! Breakfast has been ready for a while now. Hey, hey, Kotori!
おはよう。今何時？
7:34. Breakfast is ready, so get changed and get your ass over here.
いただきまーす。
Kotori, still looking sleepy, stuffs her face with food.
はい、ハット。わわ。
Good to see you again. Hat partakes in some food too.
おはようございます、小鳥先輩。おはようございます、ハバネ先輩。おはよう、双子シスターズ。お寝坊ですか？珍しいですね。昨日の夜、試験勉強張り切りすぎちゃったのよ。この間の試験で順位落ちてたから、取り戻さないと。飛び岡に舐められるからね。
Scheiß Verräter. It's because you were busy with club activity. Hey, you have bedhead! While still holding her chopsticks and rice bowl, Kotori looks over at me. I just can't fucking believe you sometimes. I comb Kotori's hair with a brush from the washroom. It's all tangled! You have such nice hair, you should take care of it.
もうちょっと優しくしてよ。
Es tut mir leid. It got stuck on something.
枝毛になったらどうしてくれるのよ。自慢の髪なんですからね。
Okay. While talking, I brush Kotori's hair as gently as I can. Just like she bragged about, her hair was luxurious, smooth and soft. Skip!
でしょ？ハット、お食べ？なんだろう。すごく見てはいけないものを見ている気分になるよね。自覚がないのがたちが悪いわね。姉さんも撫でてもらえば？いいよ、私は。ごちそうさま。
Okay, I'll clean up, so go prepare.
葵先輩って小鳥先輩と仲いいですよね。
You think so?
っていうか、 付き合ってるんじゃないの？
Why would you say that?
ねえ、姉さん。私もそう思っちゃいます。
Kinda big! I guess we get along, but...
なんだ、違うのか。
Why does Asa sound disappointed? What was she expecting? We're 15 minutes behind schedule! Let's hurry!
オッケー。
Kotori had gotten energy from breakfast and her eyes were alert. Hang on tight! I ran with all my might while pushing Kotori's wheelchair.
いけー。待ってくださいよ。車椅子を押して全力で走る人
Yeah, we'll get used to
初
it.
めて見たわ。
Wir müssen weiter stapfen! Now we're in the middle of final exams. The student body are giving the tests their all. But as for us...
あまねちゃんも戻ってきてくれたし、いよいよって感じよね。飛び岡が文句言ってきても、滑走路さえ使えたらこっちのものなんだから。空の上からあいつを見下ろして、お尻ペンペンしてやるわ。わかったから手動かせ。
They're doing a great job despite these tests, eh?
しゃあないでしょう。一日でも早く完成させてテストしなきゃ間に合わないんだから。モーニンググローリーにね。この夏、モーニンググローリーは必ず来るわ。だから一人で盛り上がってないで手動かしなさいってば。
Kotori's overnight cramming seems to have paid off. She handled the test well and she's in a good mood.
すみません、遅くなりました。
Asa and Yoru entered.
遅いぞ。何やってたの？すみません。試験中は自由参加だって言ってたの部長のあんたでしょ？
Are you two okay? There are more tests tomorrow, you know?
私は平気だけど、姉さんは。
Yoru takes a side glance at Asa, who hangs her head.
大丈夫だと思います。赤点なんか取ったら承知しないからね。ソアリング部の恥よ、恥。
Kotori, what the hell?
頑張りま。うざいくらいテンション上がっちゃってるわね。
Asa, what the fuck? She's high from lack of sleep. Or what if it's something else?
試験が終わったらもう夏休み。モーニンググローリーはいつ来るかわからないんだからね。そうだ、夏休みはどんな風に活動するんですか？
Now that you mention it, I hadn't decided on anything in particular. Following our standards, we'd normally work from morning until night, as much as time would permit. However, we couldn't very well ask that of Asa. Right after summer vacation started last year, we had a training camp, didn't we?
合宿ですか？
Asa's eyes sparkle with excitement. Watching this, Yoru says, seeming to find the whole thing troublesome.
ぜひ今年もやりましょう。私、キャンプでもいいですよ。
9. There isn't much reason to do it this year. The camp paperwork was just Dante's excuse to stay at school late. Since the secret base, our current location isn't on school ground, we don't hear any complaints no matter how late we stay.
懐かしいわね。あまねちゃんやアゲハも飛び予想に来て一緒にご飯作って食べたりしたのよね。
It was around that time, wasn't it? When we all became close?
そうそう。それまで私と小鳥超仲悪かったしね。
Agea says this with a mean-spirited laugh.
それはもう昔の話よ。今 はじゃあこんなに仲良しだもんね。
Ageha clung to Kotori.
愛してるよ小鳥ちゃん。暑苦しい。くっつくな。
And Kotori pushes Ageha away with all her might as Asa says, looking on with a moved or maybe jealous kind of face.
やはり絆を深めるには。
Nah, we're not gonna do a camp.
なんでですか。
Amane's busy, so she can't come. Asa's a boarding student. Ageha lives near here. There's no point in staying at Flying Fish Manor.
いいの。私も合宿したかったです。
Asa looks miserable. But I'm sure when we hit summer vacation, the secret base will be a camp location anyway. What the fuck just happened? Hold on. Oh god, I'm sorry about that. Damn, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Let's get back into that. But I'm sure that when we hit summer vacation, the secret base will be like a camp location anyway.
ところで姉さん、あれはいいの？あれ？
Asa remembers something and rummages through her bag. Zen?
小鳥先輩、ちょっといいですか？
Asa pulled Kotori to the edge of the dock. We watch on from afar.
これ、小鳥先輩にって。何これ、手紙？さっき帰るとき、知らない男の人に声かけられて、小鳥先輩に渡してほしいって。
Huh?
最初断ったんですけど、どうしてもって言われて。渡しましたからね。
The light pitter-patter of footsteps echoed, and then only Asa returned as if running away. Kotori is absolutely still after receiving whatever that was from Asa. What's wrong with her?
その...
Kotori opens the items she received from Asa and looked inside. After a while... Kotori leaned back on her wheelchair and screamed. It was as if an explosive had been inside this object. What the fuck? What happened? I hurried over and... Poof. Kotori hurriedly hid the item in her hands behind her back. As though it were something I was absolutely verboten to see. What's up with you? Your face is completely red. I'd never before seen an expression that so perfectly fit the phrase beet red. Kotori is blushing deeply and tears welled up in her eyes. For some reason, she was shivering. Kotori? And Kotori didn't speak. She turned to the side and pushed the wheels on her wheelchair. She sped away with extreme momentum. What happened to her? As I stood there confused, the door opened again and Kotori poked just her head out.
アゲハ、ちょっと。何？いいからこっち来て。どうしよう。だから何をだ。これはもしやラブレターですか。そうみたい。驚くべきことにね。どうしようアゲハ、どうしたらいいと思う？落ち着きなって。小鳥は美人さんなんだし、ラブレターくらいもらったことあるでしょ？あるわ、いっぱい。だったら別に驚くことでもないでしょうに。けどそれは足がこんな風になる前の話だもん。相手誰なの？知らない。 どれどれ？あ、ロボット部の宮田じゃん。頭いいし顔もいいしで結構女子に人気ある子だよ。好きです、ハバネさん。僕とお付き合いしてください。か。どうしたらいい？ねえ、アゲハ。何を困ることがあるかな。いいと思うなら付き合えばいいし、そうじゃないならお断りすればいいじゃない。でも私、ああ、お試しってのもあるか。そんなんあるか。どうしよう、困るよこんなの。なんで？もしかして他に好きな相手でもいるの？そんなの考えたこともなかった。
I feel like we just witnessed some forbidden knowledge. After a while, only Ageha returned.
なんか小鳥、寝不足で調子悪いから先帰るって。私、送ってくるね。
Oh. Okay.
それじゃ。
She said only that and then left again. Somehow I felt like I was left behind. Just what the hell was that? Kotori's behavior from a second ago. She was obviously hiding something. What in the world was she handed?
ですね、先輩。それはですね。
Oh, Ashtutmi lied. If it's something you can't say, don't worry about it.
ラブレターでしょ。
Huh?
夜じゃん。この思わせぶりな状況で答えだけ教えないなんて、さすがに気の毒じゃないかしら。そうだよね。さっき帰るときに知らない上級生の男の人から小鳥先輩に手紙を渡してほしいって断ろうとしたんですけど、すごく必死でどうしてもってお願いされて。ソアリング部の後輩だと知ってたみたいだったから、多分声をかけやすい姉さんに手紙を託したんでしょうね。だってあの人いつも葵さんとアゲハ先輩と一緒にいるもの。
A love letter. That's why she was making that face earlier. At any rate, it was a love letter. A love letter, huh?
葵先輩、どうしましょう。
Do people even still send those? What should we do? Shouldn't we just let things happen as they will? Kotori didn't seem altogether displeased.
そうじゃなくて、今日の部活です。
Ageha and Kotori had already gone back. In this state, it would be difficult to continue working. You know what? Let's call it a day.
なんかすみません。まんざらでもないって顔だね。そんなことないわよ。別に普通だもん。宮田か。悪い子じゃないのは確かね。ちょっと気が利かないとこあるけど真面目だよ。優しい？うん、多分。そうなんだ。てっきり速攻で断ると思ってたんだけど、そうじゃないんだ。だって相手のこともよくわかんないし、せっかくもらったものだから。小鳥はさ、今まで男の子とお付き合いしたことあるの？ない。アゲハは？秘密。人には言わせといて。なんか意外だな。小鳥可愛いから彼氏くらいいたのかと思ってた。 一応割とモテてたのよ。昔は。さっきも言ったと思うけど。じゃあなんで付き合わなかったの？私そういうのにあんまり興味なかったから。それにほっといても寄ってくるもんだから、男なんてちょろい、彼氏なんて欲しい時にいつでもすぐ作れるって思ってたの。その頃会ってたら友達には慣れてなかったかもね、私ら。赤毛の至りだったわ。あの頃の私はまだ子供だったのよ。で、今は世の中そんなに甘くないと悟ったと。うん、まあそうなんだけど、でも
And Entschuldigung?
まあいいわ。せっかくなんだし真剣に考えてみなさいな。送ってくれてありがとう。いいってことよ。さっきの話は全部内緒だからね。わかってるって。特に葵にはでしょ。当たり前よ。私が男の子とお付き合いしたことないなんて知ったら、あいつ絶対笑うもん。さあ、それはどうかな。もうじゃあね。ただいま。わわただいま、ハット。見て、ハット。じゃーん、ラブレターもらっちゃった。わ、すごいでしょ。ってほら食べるな。もうちょっと破れちゃったじゃない。わっか。こんな私にラブレターだって。どうしようこれ。
After Coultery went home, I did a web search on a PC in the office. If I remember correctly, €1 is about 110 yen right now, so holy fuck, this is expensive! Even if I use all my savings, this is gonna be difficult. But if I have this...
何見てんの？エッチなサイト？
Agea, fuck off! Va! Agea had come up behind me, so it was already too late to panic. She was looking at the display from over my shoulder.
海外のグライダーのサイト？
Yeah, just taking a look.
あ、これってもしかして。
A cockpit for people with handicaps. I was looking at a German glider production company's website. I've been going around to different glider-related websites before and found it by chance. It seems there are cockpits that allow people who don't have use of their legs to fly. I cobbled together the limited information I had and finally found this site. But it's made in Deutschland!
うわ、読めねえ。
Base!
高っ！ちょっと手が出ない値段だね。
On top of that, it doesn't seem like you can just order it either. I had read an account of a Japanese person who had bought it. It seems they had to go through legal procedures and all kinds of annoying shit.
これがうちらのグライダーに取り付け可能かどうかもわかんないしね。
After all, our glider has an original airframe.
けどこれがあったら。
Yeah, we could have Coultery fly. I said that with a sigh, and Agahel laughed. What are you laughing about? You know as well as I that Coultery wants to fly, right?
そうだっけ?
Don't fucking play dumb with me. Coultery first said around the time that Amane said we don't have enough pilots. After that, she didn't say anything else about it, even once. But looking at her, it was obvious. Has she already gone home?
無事送り届けてきたよ。
I see. How was she? When I asked, Ageha made a slightly surprised face. It seemed she'd gotten a letter, so...
お気になりますかやっぱり
I wouldn't say that, but...
じゃあ教えてあげない
Alright, I'm bothered by it. Tell me, Miss Ageha!
まんざらでもない様子だったかな
Saying that, Ageha took a side glance and watched for my reaction. She wanted to see what kind of face I'd make and was implying something on purpose, but... I'm sure my agitation showed on my face just now. Just as I thought, Ageha smiled a cruel, complacent smile.
一応真剣に考えるつもりみたいよ
Obviously.
もしかしたら付き合っちゃうかもねお、動揺してるね
You're having fun with this, aren't you? You have such a charming personality.
宮田くんって悪いやつじゃないからさ小鳥のことを幸せにしてくれるならそれもいいのかななんて
She peeped at me. Quit watching for my reaction every time.
すぐ帰らなくていいの
She wants to be alone, so she went back early, right? So I can't just intrude on her, can I?
そうなんだけどさそれでこうして小鳥のために海外のサイトを見て回ってるのもなんだかなって思うんですけどだったらさっさと帰ってテスト勉強でもすれば
Cut it out already! You don't have to tell me that. I'll go back in a bit. I should have never asked in the first place. While complaining, I was looking at the site in Deutsch. It's been a year since I started preparing the dorm dinners with Kotori. I'd gotten used to it and we were a pretty good team. But as for today... She's sighing again. She had been like this the whole time. She's missing the spirits that she always has. I wonder if she's thinking about her reply to the leave letter. Thinking about that, even I got restless. Hey, don't zone out like that when you're holding a knife. I don't want to see... I don't want to see anything bad happen. Hey, are you listening? No, look, I told you to be careful. Verdamen! Kaneko, can you get the first aid kit? I called over to Kaneko, who'd been watching TV in the dining hall. Dankeschön! Show me the cut. Oh, shit. Doesn't seem that deep. I wiped the blood away with a tissue and then applied a bandage.
ありがとう
I don't know what happened to you, but don't zone out like that, okay?
ごめん
Shit, bad enough I do that when I'm shaving, like... Kotori answered while idly rubbing her fingertip, which was wrapped in the bandage. After hesitating for a bit, I spoke. If you want to talk about it, I'll listen. Aren't you worried about something? If you are, you can tell me. I was a bit embarrassed and said it in a bit of a blunt fashion. Kotori was taken aback for a moment and then...
ありがとうでもなんでもないから
I see. While answering, I felt a throbbing pain in my chest. It was like a small needle being pushed in.
本当よ。なんでもないんだからね。
Kotori was probably panicking and following up like this because I wasn't saying anything. Yeah, I got it. I smiled and replied, This isn't good. Ever since learning about the love letter, I felt sus. What is it?
なんか妙な空気ね。
Wirklich? Everything's the same as always.
そう？でも葵くんが料理を焦がすなんて初めてじゃない？
Burn my what the fuck? Black smoke was swirling out of the frying pan. Oh no! Why didn't you tell me earlier?
いや、そういう料理なのかもと思って。
I guess I'll have to make it over. I wonder if there are ingredients left over. This was adding insult to injury right here.
私も手伝うからね。
Okay, please do. Oh shit! I've lost the frying pan and make the main dish again. As Kaneko had said, this was a first for me since entering Flying Fish Manor. Since Kotori is helping me, it shouldn't take that long. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, what are you gonna do this year?
何が？
Summer break. You aren't gonna go home? As far as I know, Kotori's only gone home once this year. And even then during the new year. She'd been driven by Hibari and it was just a day trip.
帰らないわ。せっかくあまねちゃんも戻ってきたのに、そんな暇ないもん。
Nose to the grindstone. I respect that. I see. As unnatural as it sounds, I was relieved that Kotori wasn't going home. It wasn't about club activities. It was because if Kotori said she'd spend the entire summer break at home, I would have been really lonely. Meanwhile, final exams had ended, and it was the last day of the first term. During the boring closing ceremony, all I could think about was Kotori. It had been 2 days since she received that love letter from Miyada. It seems she's not replied yet. She wasn't as spirited as usual, and seemed deeply immersed in the thought pretty often. As she wasn't saying anything to me, I couldn't intrude. Even if I tried, I wouldn't have any advice for her. But it does kind of bother me. Ageha enjoys how I hold on to these feelings I can't express and worry endlessly. By the way, jetzt ich bin allein. Ageha said she was going shopping and left before me and the other girls from her class. With a listless expression, Kotori said I don't feel well and left as well. I guess I'll stop by the secret base and then go back. I don't have much to do, but it's better than going back to my dorm. I was thinking that when...
ありゃ、こりゃ参ったわね。
After leaving the school gates, I saw Kotori and Kaneko. Kaneko was kneeling down and peering at the lower portion of Kotori's wheelchair. What happened?
あ、葵くん、なんかね、動かなくなっちゃったんだって。
Oh shit. It didn't seem like it had another flat tire. The frame is bent, the wheel's touching against it.
こりゃ、応急処置じゃどうにもならんね。
Kotori, sitting on the wheelchair, had an uneasy look on her face. Hold on a sec. Trying to reassure her, I put my hand on Kotori's head and took out my cell. At a time like this, I could rely on Anchan. Oh, hey, Anchan, are you okay to talk? I explained the situation to Anchan. Oh, you really saved us. Dankeschön! I hung up the phone and looked back at Kotori. If we leave the wheelchair somewhere, Anchan can find it. He says he'll pick it up and fix it. He said it probably won't even take a day.
よかった。
Finally, Kotori got a look of relief on her face. If the wheelchair breaks, Kotori can't go anywhere.
あとは小鳥ちゃんがどうやって寮まで帰るかだね。それか自転車で
Fuck, I
買い物
didn't
して
even
帰
get
る
a
から
chance to
ね。
read that. Kaneko points at a bicycle that was sitting near us. Kaneko commutes to school by bike. 9. That won't work. Kotori can't move her legs. In other words, even if she sits down, it's difficult for her to balance.
じゃあタクシーを呼びますか。私自転車がいい。
Kotori suddenly spoke up.
ね、乗せて自転車に。
Why are your eyes sparkling like that? They were sparkling as much as Asa's were when she heard the word camp.
だってタクシーだとお金かかるし、
Yeah, and an Uber or Lyft would cost even more.
それに自転車がいいの。葵くんが運転してよ。自転車部だったんでしょ。
Kotori, komm schon!
じゃ頼んだよ。
Kaneko said this simply, left the bicycle, and started to walk. Wait, Kaneko! Oh, für dein Liebe aus Fick! And Kaneko waved Auf Wiedersehen and just walked off. I guess we have no choice. Grab my arm! Don't let go! I sat Kotori sideways on the rack of the bicycle, which was on its stand. I left the wheelchair near the school gates where it could be seen. This would allow Anchan to get it after. There's no way someone would steal it. I mean, we're not in Detroit, so...
結構高いのね。
Holding on to me, Kotori was shivering. It was unstable and higher than a wheelchair, so I'm sure it was scary. Do you want to go for a taxi after all? Maybe an Uber?
自転車がいい。
She was being stubborn as always. Alright, whatever you do, don't let go. Got it?
わかった。
After emphasizing that point, I sat on the bicycle seat and pedaled. As the bicycle slowly began to move.
おおおお
Please don't get too excited.
だって
Kotori firmly held onto my back. Yeah, just keep it like that!
どうぞ。
With Kotori seated on the back, I glide down the gentle slope in front of the school gate. I'm going slowly, but pass by Keifu students who are walking home one after another. Everyone was looking at Kotori, who was in high spirits.
すごいすごい。
Kotori is famous among students at our school in a lot of ways. It was probably the first time for them to see Kotori not sitting in a wheelchair. Riding a bike like this, she looked like a regular frau as you'd see anywhere.
すごいね。早いね。
It's not scary?
全然。
Well then, shall we take the scenic route? Hearing Kotori's spirited reply, I put a little more energy into pedaling. I branch off from the route I usually take and enter a different strasse. Eventually, the bike climbs up an embankment and goes onto a road that runs alongside the lake.
水だ。
From the road built atop the embankment, one could see all the way to the cliff on the other side of the lake. The surface of the lake sparkled brilliantly in the summer sun, and beyond that was a group of windmills.
すっごく気持ちいい。
And Kotori said this while feeling the wind against her.
自転車って最高だね。
I know, right? I replied, feeling as though I was being complimented directly.
葵くん、しんどそう。
I'm fine. I haven't ridden a bike for a while, so my body hasn't quite remembered the process yet. That's all. I must not have pedaled like this for about 2 years. The pedals of the bicycle are light, so even pedaling hard doesn't move me very far forward.
私ね、自転車乗るの初めて。
Is that right?
今まで乗ったことなかったの。こんなに気持ちいいんだ。自分でこけたらもっと気持ちいいんでしょうね。
Yeah. I reply in a bragging manner again.
グライダーで飛ぶのもこんな気持ちなの？
I'm not sure about that. I'd imagine it's a looser feeling. In reality, it's faster than a bicycle, but the scenery is so great you can't even compare it.
私はもうずっと車椅子からしか景色を見てなかったから、これでも十分新鮮だわ。ほんの少し目線が高くなるだけでこんなにも違って見えるから不思議よね。
Sitting on the rack, Kotori lightened her back as if to stretch. Oh, 9! I lost my balance and became unsteady. Kotori quickly grabbed onto my lower back.
怖かった。落ちるかと思った。
I told you it was dangerous.
ごめん。
If she falls, she'd definitely get hurt. I put my hands on Kotori's, which were on my lower back, and pulled them to tighten her grip. Don't let go of me! I felt Kotori place her head on my back. Perhaps because she was scared, she got much closer to me than before. I was a bit embarrassed, but it's dangerous to do otherwise.
汗かいてる。
Es tut
別
mir
に嫌
leid.
じゃないよ。
Saying that, Kotori pressed her cheek to my back.
こうしてる方が安心するから。
I see. If Kotori presses against me, oh, sus. But I couldn't exactly tell her to fuck off, so... And further, I didn't object to her doing this either. Don't you feel heiß?
風が気持ちいいよ。
I guess that's the appeal of driving a ragtop. A cool wind blew through the lake, fluttering Kotori's long hair. The sound of the wheels spinning felt good to my ears. Felt like everything around me suddenly got quiet. I wanted to enjoy this comfortable atmosphere, so I just decided to stop talking and just pedal. Kotori wasn't speaking either. Maybe she felt the same way. Meanwhile, we were gradually getting closer to Flying Fish Manor. When we turn right on the next corner, it'll be right in front of us. Hey, Kotori. I heard you got a leave letter. Have you replied yet?
まだ。
I see.
なんで？
No reason, really. I just wondered what had happened. We went silent again. This was a silence different from a moment ago. It was somehow awkward.
明日返事するつもり。
Oh, really?
気になる？なんて返事するか。
Yeah, well, Little, I guess. Have you already decided?
まだ。
I see. Kotori grabbed my lower back firmly. What's wrong? Are you scared? She shook her neck as I rubbed my head against her back.
こうしてると安心するだけ。
I see. Me too. I began to say it, but kept my mouth shut. This is a gravelly road, so we'll shake a bit. The bike went along the unpaved gravelly road and then entered a side road. We're almost at Flying Fish Manor. This moment of enjoyment will come to a close. Thinking about that, I suddenly feel lonely and come to a strong realization. I have a crush on Kotori. The first day of summer break. SS Tice! The weather's really nice again today, huh? Y'all don't know what hot is. While I was hanging my laundry to dry, Kotori came through the entrance. She was in her wheelchair, which Anchan had fixed and delivered the night before. Are you going out?
ちょっと。わか
I see. Come back by lunch, okay?
った。じゃあ。
Kotori said that without looking at me and then slyly left. Like an open book, as always.
おはようっす。
Agaha came just as Kotori
小
left.
鳥は？
She left already.
そう。じゃあ私らも出かけますか。
Alright.
ごめんなさい。あなたの気持ちはすごく嬉しかったわ。でもお付き合いはできません。
どうして僕のこと嫌い？
そういうわけじゃないけど。っていうかよく知らないし。
やっぱり迷惑だったかな。急にあんな手紙渡したりして。
そんなことない。嬉しかったわ。本当よ。
じゃあ
でもダメなの。
やっぱりあの水瀬ってやつと付き合ってるの？いつも一緒にいるだろ。昨日も自転車で二人乗りしてるところを見たよ。
そうじゃないの。今の私は片思いしてるの。空に。
空に？
私はこの空に恋してるの。
ああ。
You know what? I think that's a beautiful place to leave off tonight. So, I'm not even gonna say anything. Till next time, it's been your German boy. Auf Wiedersehen.